Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Sutra-86. The illusion of duality. Kinchij Jñātam Dvaitadayi Bhahyalokas Tamappunaha Vishvadi-Bhairavam Rupam Jñātvananta Prakashamrita. Know the nature of duality and the reality of the world. Know that the world is ignorance. Bhairava is evident in the knowing. When it comes to knowing, there are three factors that are involved: the knower, the known, and the knowledge that rises from knowing. These are the three constituents of knowing. The knower is Jnani, who is the subject. That which is known is Jnēyam, and knowledge that arises is Jnānam. Jnāni, Jnēyam, and Jnānam. Jnāni, Jnēyam, and Jnānam seem apparently separate from each other. The knower, knowing, and the known seem to be apparently separate. This is Triputi Bheda. This is duality or advaita said in the sutra. The sutra says the three, Jnāni, Jnēyam, and Jnānam, merge into one at the supreme level. This is Paramarthika Satyam or the absolute reality. At this level, there is no Triputi Bheda or difference between the three. A Jnani does not see Bheda or difference among them. The Ajnani or the ignorant see the difference. This is Dvaita. This Bhedam is Tamaha. Tamaha is ignorance. The sutra says, inquire into the nature of the truth with this knowledge. Kinchij Jñātam Dvaitadayi Bhahyalokas Tamappunaha. Without this understanding, the individual will be in prison of duality. Duality is the root cause for repeated births and deaths. If duality must be transcended, the sadhaka should inquire into the deeper aspects of life. Who am I, the knower? What is this world that is known? What is the nature of Bhairava? The world that we experience is the appearance of one reality. This reality appears in many forms and experiences. How can the one reality appear as many? How can this be true? For example, there is a large mirror. The mirror is broken down into thousands of pieces. Each piece has now become an independent mirror. How do we see it now? Do we see it as one mirror or thousands of mirrors? What is the truth? At the level of the reality, it is one mirror alone. This is Paramarthika Satyam. In the reality is the perfect union of Bhairava and Bhairavi. This is the state of Nirvikalpa. There is no distinction between Shiva and Shakti here. The individual who is caught up with ignorance sees a divided world and suffers. This is Tamaha, which is the darkness or ignorance. The division is Savikalpa. The ignorant is convinced that I am an individual, the world is different from me, and I am different from Bhairava. This is ignorance. This is Triputi Bheda. At the Paramarthika level, there is no duality or Bheda. A Jnani does not see any difference. This is the state of Nirvikalpa. I, the world, and Bhairava are not separate. This is the state of Bhairava. Bhairava is whole and total. The world or the prapancham is Bhojyam. Bhojyam means food. The experiencer or enjoyer of the prapancha is Bhokta. How does the Bhokta experience the Bhojya prapancha? Through a pramanam. The Bhojyam and Bhokta are linked by a pramanam. The Bhokta experiences the world through the 5 sense organs. The pramanam. The pramanam are the eyes, ears, smell, taste and touch, through which the Bhokta is connected to the Bhojyam. There is Bhokta, Bhojyam and pramanam. This is Triputi Bheda, which is said as Dvaita in the Sutra. The Bhokta is always turned towards the Bhojyam. The Bhokta sees the Bhojyam or the prapancham as external to him, meaning outside himself. The Sutra says, the world is not outside you. You are not in the world is in you. This Bheda will disappear only if the mind turns away from the world and the attention is on the knower. The knower is Sakshi Chaitanyam. The Bhokta, Bhojyam and the Pramanam resolve at the level of Sakshi Chaitanyam. A person sees the world. How does he see? He sees as though it is outside of himself. I am in the world and the world is outside me. The world is not in me. The Shastram says there is an error in understanding. The world is not outside you. The world is inside you. But how can this be the truth? Let us understand the dream state. When we dream, the dream world appears external to us. The objects and the experiences appear external to the dreamer. However, every experience in the dream, the body, the world, and many other things that appear in the dream are not happening outside us. But during dreaming, it seems as though they are appearing outside, happening outside. When we wake up, the dream disappears, isn't it? Even during the waking state, the objects and experience appear to be external. The Shastram says, the dream is unreal. When you wake up, the dream disappears. The waking state is also unreal. The waking state is another dream. You must wake up to the reality of the dream and the waking states. You are ignorant of the reality. The ignorance is Anadi Maya. This is Tamaha in the Sutra. We are sleeping to the reality from Anadi Kalam. We are sleeping even in our waking state. When we wake up to the absolute truth, we will know the reality, and this is Tattva Jnānam. The dream appears real while we are dreaming, and the waking world appears real to us in the waking state. There should be an experiencer of the dream and the waking states, correct? Who is the experiencer? The experiencer is the unchanging reality. The experiencer is not impacted by objects and experiences in the dream and in the waking states. The experiencer is the unchanging consciousness. This alone is the reality. The Swapna Avastha is projected by the mind and a dream world appears. The Jagrata Avastha is projected by the senses and the waking world appears. Both the worlds are only dreams. We experience the dreams as though they are happening outside us. They are not the reality. The Sutra says, know the reality of the world. Know that the world is ignorance. It is a dream. When you wake up to the dream, the world disappears. The unchanging experiencer is always present. This is Bhairava consciousness. Just visualize a huge mirror in front of you. The edges of the mirror cannot be seen. The mirror is so huge that you do not realize that there is a mirror in front of you. The mirror reflects the entire world. You can see all that is happening in the world being reflected in the mirror. You are standing in front of it and you don't know there is a mirror. But when you look at the mirror, what do you generally see? Your own reflection. Similarly, the world you are seeing in front of you is your own reflection. You are that mirror. It is on that mirror on which all experiences appear. The mirror itself is untouched by any of the experiences. The objects and experiences in a dream disappear upon waking. The waking world also disappears upon the realization of the true nature of reality. The waking world is subject to change, and so is the dream world. That which changes cannot be the reality. The unchanging consciousness alone is the reality. The sutra says, know the nature of duality and the reality of the world. Kinchich jñātam advaita. Jnata is known or perceived. Advaita. Advaita is duality. Dayan is effect or karyam. The world is an effect, like a reflection in the mirror. The reflection is not the reality, and it is tamaha, ignorance. Bhahya, alokaha. Bhahya is outside. Alokaha is vision or seeing. The world must be seen by the sadhaka with this wisdom. Vijñāna-Bhairava-Tantra. Vishwadi is the manifested world. The manifested world is an appearance. Bhairavam Rupam. It is like the reflection on the mirror. The world is a mere reflection on the consciousness. Jñātva ananta prakāśamrita. Prakāśa is the consciousness. Amrita is also Karana for the Jagat. Bhairava is Karana Brahman. Vishwadi Bhairavam Rupam Jñātva Nanta Prakāśamrita. A mirror simply reflects an image. The mirror is not the image. Also, the reflected image is not outside the mirror. The consciousness simply reflects the world. The consciousness is not the world. The world is also not outside the consciousness. The reflection is only an appearance. This is the illusory nature of the world said in the sutra. Tamaha in the sutra. The dream and the waking state are experienced as outside, but both are unreal and arise within the consciousness. The reality is oneness. It is non-dual. When we know the nature of reality, what we define as ourselves will eventually disappear in the non-dual. There is no more inside and outside. Inside is outside. In this realization of the oneness, there is no question of either ignorance or enlightenment. There is no scope for duality. Both ignorance and enlightenment dissolve in the consciousness. That which remains is absolute silence, the Turiam. Kinchij jñātam dvaitadayi bāhyalokas tamappunaha Vishwadi Bhairavam Rupam Jñātvananta Prakāśamrita. Know the nature of duality and the reality of the world. Know that the world is ignorance. Bhairava is evident in the knowing.